Apple. Snails lay eggs, a unique reproduction process. Apple snail, also known by its scientific name, Pomacea canaliculata, is a freshwater snail that stands out for its unique appearance and special reproduction method. This species often lives in ponds, lakes, rivers, and swamps where there are many aquatic plants. With a round, light yellow or warm brown shell, apple snails easily attract attention. The most interesting thing about them is the process of laying eggs on land, a rare feature in other snail species. Apple snails have an amazing ability to adapt to their living environment. They can both breathe underwater with gills and breathe air with a siphon-like organ. Thanks to that, apple snails can live well in water environments with little oxygen. They are quite large in size, with shell diameters usually ranging from 5 to 10 centimeters. Apple snails move slowly on the bottom of the water or cling to plants to forage. As omnivores, they consume aquatic plants, algae, and decomposing organic matter, contributing to the cleaning of the aquatic environment. Unlike many snails that lay eggs underwater, apple snails choose to climb to the surface of the water to lay eggs on surfaces such as tree trunks, leaves, rocks, or any object near the water's edge. Their eggs are bright pink or orange, arranged in large clusters, each containing from 200 to 600 eggs. These clusters of eggs look like a small mass, firmly attached to the surface and stand out thanks to their bright colors. The egg-laying process usually takes place at night or early morning, when the air is cool and the humidity is high. The apple snail will leave the water surface, choose a suitable location, and begin laying. This can last 3 to 5 hours, depending on the number of eggs. Once completed, the snail returns to the water, leaving the egg cluster on land. Laying eggs on land brings many benefits to apple snails. First, it protects the eggs from underwater predators, such as fish, crabs, or other egg-eating species. Second, the eggs are exposed to air, which helps the gas exchange process to take place better, increasing the hatching rate. In addition, the bright color of the eggs can be a warning signal, making other animals afraid because they suspect the eggs contain toxins or are unpalatable. Apple snail eggs develop in about 10 to 14 days, depending on temperature and humidity. When hatched, the snails fall into the water and begin to be independent. Initially, the snails are very small, only about 2 to 3 millimeters, but they grow rapidly if there is enough food and favorable environmental conditions. The process of laying eggs on land is an effective reproductive strategy, helping to maintain apple snail populations in the wild. However, in some areas where apple snails have become invasive, this strong reproductive ability makes it difficult to control and protect the local ecosystem. The egg-laying of apple snails is a unique and fascinating biological phenomenon. From the way they climb onto land to lay their eggs, to the brightly colored clusters of eggs, everything about this species demonstrates the incredible adaptations it has. This process not only protects the next generation, but also demonstrates the diversity of nature. Understanding apple snails helps us to appreciate the beauty of this species and to better understand the role they play in the environment.
Description: freshwater snails have round, yellow to dark brown shells. They can reach the size of an apple, but in Hawaii, they tend to be slightly smaller than a golf ball. They live in tropical areas, in slow-moving freshwater, including rice and taro growing areas, ponds, ditches, wetlands, and slow-moving streams. Native to South America, it is believed that this snail was introduced as a food crop, although it is also available in aquarium stores. It is thought that apple snails purchased in aquarium stores and released for food are one reason Pomatia canaliculata spread to Hawaii. Pomatia canaliculata was first discovered in Maui in 1989. Piloconica was discovered in Hawaii in 1966. Damage: apple snails damage taro plants by chewing into the tubers at the top of taro plants, creating a hole for bacteria and other pathogens to enter. The damage can kill the plant or significantly reduce the quality and yield of the crop. Apple snails also feed on young shoots of taro. Damage to other aquatic crops, such as rice, occurs in a similar manner. Snails in natural systems feed on plants that provide food or habitat for native fish and birds. Snails can carry and transmit rat lungworm, Angiostrongylus cantonensis, which, when cooked and eaten improperly, can cause fever or death in severe cases. In addition, they are vectors of blood flukes, Schistosoma spp, and intestinal flukes, Echinostoma ilocanum. Snails were introduced, sometimes without permission, and have rapidly become pests in Indonesia, Thailand, Cambodia, Hong Kong, southern China, Japan, Guam, and New Guinea. In the Philippines, they have become a major pest of rice paddies, with 100% crop failure in heavily infested areas. Although the economic losses caused by apple snails are considerable, no comprehensive studies have been conducted. In Hawaii, Pomatia canaliculata is present on all islands except Molokai and Lanai. Some outbreaks are extremely severe, including Hanalei on Kauai, Kihei on Maui, and Waipio Valley on Hawaii. Piloconica is present on Molokai. Control by hand-picking and using cayuga ducks to eat small snails.